the Springboks' triumphant end to their 2025 season.
A crushing 73-0 victory over Wales was completely overshadowed by a single moment of madness.
In the dying minutes of the game, a shocking incident involving one of South Africa's most decorated players,
Eben Etzebeth, sent ripples of disbelief through the rugby world.
Just moments from the final whistle, with the game long decided, a scuffle broke out.
Etzebeth, who had come on as a substitute, was right in the middle of it.
The play was stopped, and the television match official, or TMO, began a review. What the replays showed was startling. The footage appeared to show Etzebeth's fingers making contact with the eye area of a Welsh player.
After a tense review, the referee showed the towering lock a straight red card for eye gouging. The dominant 73-0 scoreline was immediately forgotten.
The conversation shifted from a masterclass performance to the actions of a single player.
Eye gouging is one of the most serious offenses in rugby, a line that is never meant to be crossed. For a player of Etzebeth's stature, Test centurion, and a cornerstone of the Springbok pack too,
Be sent off for such an act was unthinkable.
The stadium, once buzzing with celebration, fell into a stunned silence as the reality of the situation sunk in.
Almost immediately, the rugby community exploded with opinions. Fans, pundits, and former players all rushed to social media to voice their shock and condemnation. Among the first prominent voices was Springbok legend and World Cup winner Bryan.
He took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to share his immediate reaction.
Habana, a former teammate of Etzebeth, didn't hold back.
He wrote, "I've just seen the Springboks scoreline, but more so the incident with Eben.
As great a player and person as he is, there's no room for that in the game. Justified red card and should be facing a lengthy time on the sidelines." Habana's post went viral, setting the tone for the discussion to follow.
He acknowledged Etzebeth's greatness, but was unequivocal. The act itself was indefensible and deserving of a significant ban. His prediction of a lengthy time on the sidelines echoed what many were thinking.
A red card for eye gouging almost always results in a substantial suspension, potentially keeping a player out of the game for months. Habana's comments sparked a heated debate online. While most agreed with his assessment of the incident, some fans took it a step further.
One user replied directly to Habana, suggesting that this single act should tarnish Etzebeth's entire legacy.
The fan wrote, "That act demands a reassessment of any perceived greatness.
Always been worried about Eben's self-control when that red mist descends."
And now he has this permanent, glaring stain on his record. This comment touches on a long-standing narrative about Known for his physicality and aggressive playing style, he has often been described as a player who walks a fine line.
The phrase red mist is frequently used to describe moments when his temper seems to get the better of him.
This incident, for many, was the ultimate confirmation of that narrativa moment where the red mist didn't just descend, but completely took over.
However, Bryan Habana, while condemning the act, pushed back against the idea that it should erase Etzebeth's entire career. He defended his former teammates' character and contributions to the sport. In a follow-up response, Habana elaborated, painting a different picture of the man behind the headlines.
He replied, "I disagree with you about a reassessment of any perceived greatness.
He has not only been the ultimate professional, hardest worker and team man, but he has become SA's most capped player because of how great he is."
Habana went on to list Etzebeth's incredible achievements, multiple South African Rugby Player of the Year awards, 2 Rugby World Cup titles, and being the youngest player to reach 100 caps for this. Habana even argued that Etzebeth should have won a World Player of the Year award at some point in his career.
His point was clear. One terrible mistake, as bad as it was, should not negate a decade of excellence and dedication.
He concluded, "One incident as bad as it is,
should not take away how influential a player he is. This defense adds a fascinating layer to the controversy.
It highlights the complex relationship between a player's on-field actions and their overall legacy.
Can a single moment of madness overshadow a career filled with glory? Habana's perspective suggests that we should consider the full body of work.
He separates the player's momentary lapse in judgment from the years of professionalism and success that preceded it.
Of course, the official reaction from the Springbok camp was also highly anticipated.
head coach Rassie Erasmus, known for his direct and often brutally honest assessments, faced the media after the match.
When asked about the Etzebeth incident, Erasmus didn't try to deflect or make excuses.
His response was blunt and to the point. I don't know what I can say that isn't controversial.
It didn't look good,
he admitted.
This is classic Rassie acknowledging the gravity of the situation without fueling the fire.
He continued, it was a justified red card.
It's definitely not the way we'd have liked to have ended the game.
Perhaps his most telling comment was the final one. The optics weren't great. This is a massive understatement,
but it perfectly captures the sentiment for the Springboks, a team that prides itself on discipline and playing within the laws of the game. This was a PR nightmare. A 73-point victory was supposed to be the headline, a statement of their dominance.
Instead, the final image of their 2025 season is one of their most iconic players being sent from the field in disgrace.
So, what happens next for Eben Etzebeth?
He will face a disciplinary hearing, and given the nature of the offense and the clear video evidence, a long ban is almost certain.
World Rugby has a zero-tolerance policy on any contact with the eyes or eye area. The length of the ban will depend on several factors,
including the judicial panel's assessment of intent and Etzebeth's prior disciplinary record. This incident raises broader questions about player discipline, the pressures of professional sport, and how we judge our sporting heroes. Was this a calculated, malicious act or a reckless moment in the heat of a scuffle? Does it change how we view Eben Etzebeth, the player and the man?
The debate started by Bryan Habana will surely continue for weeks.
On one side, you have the argument that no player is bigger than the game,
and acts like gouging have no place in it, warranting severe consequences and a reevaluation of a player's status.
On the other side, there's the view that a player's entire legacy,
built over years of hard work and success, shouldn't be defined by their worst moment. As the dust settles, the Springboks are left to grapple with a tarnished victory.
And one of their greatest ever players faces an uncertain future. The 73-0 scoreline will eventually become a footnote in the history books.
But the image of Eben Etzebeth's red card will linger much longer. It's a sobering reminder of how quickly glory can turn to infamy on the rugby field.
What are your thoughts on the incident? Let me know in the comments below.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more rugby analysis.